guys, welcome to ITS Tactical. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Molle Stix from National Molding. And what the Molle Stix are is a new way to take anything that's Molle mounted, so it's got a Molle PALS interface, like this chest rig in the back of our ETA trauma kit pouch, and essentially make a quick release out of it. So basically by breaking that small portion on the top of this Molle stick, you can essentially take two of these, dock them into the back, and it actually makes the attachment system much as a mountless clip would, and turns it into a quick release. So we'll get into that in just a second. I'm going to zoom in here and we'll actually show you exactly how to make these interface as well as the quick disconnect method. Okay, so this is a Molle stick, and basically what this does is that by pulling this little piece of paracord, or this is essentially, each one of these Molle sticks comes with a 8-inch piece of cordage. And this cordage is very similar in diameter to Type 1 paracord, although I broke this apart and I don't think it's quite actually Type 1 where it's actually got a strand on the inside of that. So basically what you do is by having the correct leverage on this, you pull this and it breaks the Molle stick, and upon breaking it then you can remove it, which undocks the pouch to your chest rig or whatever you have mounted. So again, all it does is just open up and close, just like this. And what that's doing when it closes down is you can see these teeth. It's got basically a tooth that runs all the way across here. When that's clamped down, it makes it to where, I'll just kind of briefly illustrate this here because it'll probably help you visually see this better. So as it goes into the channel and snaps down, you can see it can't be removed. So then by cutting it or breaking it here, like that, it allows it to be removed. So basically what you do using these is to use them in a similar fashion as I was saying to malice clips, which we include malice clips with all of our ETA trauma kit pouches. But what we're now going to do is also offer a pair of these Molle sticks so that if you need a quick release option, you've got it now. And I'll show you exactly how that's going to work. So let me show you how this actually mounts together so that you can get a better idea. But first off, I want to kind of mention that the way we configure these when you really have them for a quick release method on the back of a pouch is to tie them together or kind of turn them into a pair of nunchucks basically. So as I was saying, each one of those comes, each individual stick, they come as a pair is how we're going to carry them. And what you can do is unthread this cordage and tie it together. So you can see with this one here, I've used a single piece of cordage, a single 8-inch piece to tie the two together, which it's not as long of as a pull handle, but if you tie both of them together like this, it kind of gives you a longer pull to basically quick release them with. It's really just going to be what you need and what's going to work best in your situation. If you're using something with 3 columns wide, basically like our trauma kit pouches, I'd recommend using both pieces and tying them together. The way that I did this here, if you're familiar with our Knot of the Week series on ITS, this is a double fisherman's knot. So if you're unfamiliar with how to tie one of those, you can check out our Knot of the Week series to learn that. And to mate a single piece together, I used, I always laugh when I say this because people correct me all the time, it's a bow line, and that's how I refer to it. So if you've got a different pronunciation, that's fine. You don't have to leave a comment. So basically, by tying this with 2 bow lines, one on each side, you can tie that together with a single strand, or I like to use the double fisherman's knot, or 2 double fisherman's knots actually, to tie the double together. And that's what I'm going to use to mount this one. So let me show you exactly how this works here. And we're going to go from the top, which that's how I'm typically going to grab anyway to open up our ETA trauma kit pouch. So that's the way we're going to mount this as well. So basically what I'm going to do is make sure that both of these sides are open. And I will start docking it here so you can actually see the progression. So it's going to go through that top channel, and basically this is the typical way you'd mount Molle webbing anyway. So this is kind of, I guess, a primer on that if you're not sure how to do that either. This is kind of difficult to show at the same time I'm doing it. So let me get a little bit of this weaved and then I'll come back and show you exactly what I did here. So basically it's just a pattern that you're going to use here. And the biggest part here is the way it ends. So as you can see now, it's kind of weaved together. You can see where exactly it's coming through here. So it's coming through the top, in here, into there, there, and back out the bottom. Now what I want you to really kind of pay attention to is the top here. So the top is going to secure into both channels. So you just shove that down into there and see how it's both into the backer, which is the chest rig, and the pouch itself. And then I'm just going to close it off here and make sure it's snapped shut. So I'll do the same thing to the other side here. Make sure that's not twisted. And this may be a little bit more difficult for you to see than the other one, so I apologize if you can't see anything for a few seconds here while I weave this. And these are much easier to put on too, compared to the malice clips we include, or really any other PALS attachment system too. So they're a very unique and interesting product. So there's my second one there, and I made sure it came over again, both the webbing from the pouch as well as the webbing to the chest rig. So I'm going to snap that one shut, just like that. And now basically, since I have these tied together, my quick release is going to just pull like this. So by pulling this one corded, I'll be able to release both sides at the same time and pull this out. So you're basically taking these and you're pulling them out, and it will undock the pouch from the chest rig. So you can see it's still a very sturdy attachment. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to fall off because of that way that Molle is inherently connected to with the PALS webbing. So I will put this chest rig on, and I'll show you exactly how this works. Okay, so now it's mounted to the chest rig as you saw before, and you can see here these are both locked into position, and all that's really visible with this is just this piece of cordage. So you could always tuck that in if you didn't want it, or again, you really, if you don't want to use these for a quick disconnect method, you could always really not even tie them together and you wouldn't get this cordage. Or obviously, like I said, use the shorter cord and you'll have less of a pull handle. I particularly like the big pull handle. So I'll show you by just grasping this like this. You can cut that away. You heard both of them snap, and I can just pull it out. So I'll show you all in one motion. The pouch just simply drops, and you're left holding the Molle sticks if you've tied them in correctly. And that way, you can either hold on to the pouch when you release these and toss it to a buddy if they need a medical pouch, things like that. All the common reasons why you'd need a quick disconnect on a medical pouch or any pouch in general. Obviously, if it's hung up, it's in your way, disconnect it. If you need to toss it to a buddy, just grab the Molle sticks, disconnect it, and toss it to a buddy as well. So those are the Molle sticks. Again, we're going to be offering these on ITS Tactical. They'll be offered as a pair so that you can use them with our ETA trauma kit, our trauma kit pouch, as well as anything else that you might need to. So thanks for watching, and please let us know if you have any questions, and hopefully you were able to see how pretty much game-changing these devices are. No one that I know of yet has really done much with these Molle sticks. These came out, I'd say, a couple of months ago, so they're not exactly brand new to the market, but we really feel that using them as we feel that they were intended to is really going to bring a lot to the industry. So thanks for watching.